Raday, Leavy.
Hey, what up, world? This is Raday here. Thank you for stopping by this edition of Raday's Rants. I was going to get into all this, but before I do, I want to explain what a star player is before we go into all this other good stuff and breaking it down and finding yourselves and stuff like that. I want to go into just what exactly a star player is. If you come from a religious background, they say, you have your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, however you want to break it down. Just dig into the resources of your mind and find whatever that is. And for what it's worth, that innermost part that wants to just, your highest you, your highest level of potential, that is what your star player is. For what it's worth, everybody has that point in them, that person that just wants to be the best, the very best you that you can be. Everybody says, God put me here for a purpose or this and that. Well, whatever you believe, you're here. And if you believe you got a purpose, well, then you believe that person inside you, that's what's put there in order to see you do what you're supposed to do. Now, think about it this way. I think I've said it before, but now let me kind of just break it down a little bit more. Your star player, like I said, think about it this way. Everybody, wants to be, wants to get married or have a significant other, or as we'll kind of get into later on, some people like to have many significant others. But for what it's worth, we all look to somebody outside of us to fulfill needs and all that other kind of good stuff. It's just human nature, right? And they say, when you're with your wife or somebody, then you guys are one person or whatever. But for what it's worth, think about a marriage. They say you guys are together all the time. Not really, right? If you're working and she's working or whatever, even when you're in the bathroom and she's not or whatever, there's times when you're alone, right? But because you live with this person, you conform yourself a lot to please the other person, right? But think about it this way. There is somebody inside of you that's been there since before you could walk, since before you can talk. It's been there since before you could stand, or really before you can really breathe. That person has always been there, right? This person has its own desires, just like your wife or your husband has its own desire, has his or her own desires. This person has its own desires. This person is always there, always with you, no matter what happens, no matter where you go, what you do. And this person, just like your significant other, influences and directs most of the stuff that you do, right? And just like your wife or your husband or whoever gets angry when they're not being satisfied, so too does your inner person get angry when it's not satisfied. But the problem is, you can divorce your wife or your husband, or you could what have you, but this person that lives inside of you, it's really in the back of your mind. It's in your subconscious mind, right? You can never leave it. You can never, and this person is just like everybody else. Everyone thinks about themselves. This person thinks about itself. So if you're not fulfilling this person, right, it's subconscious. You don't even know you're aware of it, but it works you to look for things outside of yourself in order to fulfill this person inside. And that creates a whole lot of problems and commotion and just a whole bunch of stuff that it's not worth getting into right now, because due to time, we're gonna get into it. But for what it's worth, just understand, there's somebody. It's almost like some alien type stuff, right? But there's somebody inside of you, and this person, it's you, and it wants to be you at its highest potential. But we're gonna get into that a little bit later. The next thing I'm gonna get into was the 6 basic emotional needs, and that should hopefully explain a little bit more for you. So with that, I'm out. On to the next one.